In this video, I'd like to go about why I went MGTOW. Why is it that I went MGTOW? I have always been MGTOW my whole life because I've never had a choice. I didn't grow up like you. I didn't grow up with mommy and daddy, okay? I was raised by 5 conservative feminist women who never really gave a shit about me, okay? Treated me like shit from day one. You know, any adopted person will tell you that. You know, they are not biologically, they are not psychologically related to their adoptive family. So my personality, my inner personality is more of a laid back and calm demeanor. I'm laid back and calm, you know, I don't freak out or nothing. Unless there's a good reason to freak out, to, you know, to be aware about and things like that. But for me, it's just, you know, it's a waste of time. For me, it's a waste of time, like pushing out this energy, this negative energy towards others, towards yourself. You know, being gaslighted by people. So for me, like, really, it's just, you know, so let's start, you know, with the witches in my life, man. The witches in my life, you know. So I've already told you about the first set of witches, which was whoever raised me, okay? 5 of them, 5 witches, 5 conservative witches, conservative stuck-up witches, who wanted me to be codependent to a drug addict, okay? I had to learn martial arts early in life because I don't want to get, you know, physically abused by a drug-addicted uncle, okay? That was in the Philippines. You know, the drugs issue, you know, Duterte was right about the drug issue because, you know, it's rampant in the Philippines when I was growing up there in the 90s. And everybody voted for him for a reason. They don't want their sons and daughters to die from drug addiction, you know. Drugs was rampant. And it was coming from a pier, or like where they park the boats and things like that. It's from boats coming from, you know, China or somewhere else. I don't know if it's China or like maybe Saudi Arabia or some shit, you know. But somebody is selling drugs coming from outside of the Philippines into the Philippines back in the 90s. That's why I agree with Duterte. He is right about those things, man. If I became president of the Philippines, I would have done way worse than him. I would have freaking, you know, since I have a military background, I would have been way stricter, you know. I would have hunted them myself. I would have hunted them myself, you know. Again, going plural on that shit for a second, but anyway, the topic of this video is, you know, it's basically how I went MGTOW, man. That is what it is. Like, how did I become MGTOW? I was born MGTOW. I was an adopted kid, you know. I have no choice but to go MGTOW from day 0. You know, the people that adopted me, they're more of the aggressive, in-your-face kind of a stuck-up personality, you know, pretentious, you know, wannabe traditional women. They're not traditional. They're feminists and shit. Feminism isn't tradition and shit. It isn't a traditional trait. It's not a feminine trait. It's a fake, you know, wannabe man mentality, you know. So these idiots, these bitches wanted me to be codependent to, you know, this drug addicted brother of theirs, you know. So this dude gets drunk on a daily basis. When I was living in the Philippines as a grade schooler and a teenager, all the way up to teens, man. These women never, you know, really, instead of getting him help, they put him on drugs and shit. So he liked it because it's drugs. He's addicted to the drugs. So, you know, give drug. It's like giving drugs to an addict. Like, why would you give cocaine to an addict, man? So they gave him like prescription meds. He just snorted that shit like it's nothing, man. He just fucking took that shit like it's nothing. He swallowed that shit, you know, snorted that shit. So, you know, all the way through, I've been fucking told to be codependent to this piece of shit. Like, they want me to give my fucking lunch money to this fucking idiot, you know. And several times I had to fucking fight this stupid shit because he's trying to stab me with the syringes. So you know what I'm saying? I had to learn martial arts, man. So it's for my own safety, you know. Because these fucking 5 feminist bitches who treated me like shit every single day of my life, never fucking protected me from this idiot. You know, it's one of the reasons why I joined the military. I need to protect myself from everybody, man. If you're a targeted individual, it doesn't matter whether you are rich or poor. This fucking society will target you, will treat you like shit. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, it's good karma that I'm getting the fuck up out of here, man. So anyway, so those are the first 5 set of witches, right? I'm gonna keep going. Because, you know, eventually I grew up and I learned about dating and I learned about, you know, I learned about women, of course, you know. So fast forward, you know, my high school days. So went here in America and then, you know, all of a sudden, you know, I joined the military in high school. So here's another thing, man. I joined the military and right after high school because, you know, the people that took me here to America that brought me here, they never fucking taught me shit. I've been asking them all kinds of questions: how to get a job, how to do this, how to do that. Oh, figure it out yourself. Oh, talk to him. Talk to this guy. Oh, I'm busy. Oh. So I never got really fucking help. So I'm literally a self-taught everything. I have to learn how to cook myself. I have to learn how to fucking do laundry. I have to learn all kinds of shit, you know, from day one, man. And when I was in grade school, I learned how to fucking, you know, wash my clothes by hand. I learned how to start fire. I learned how to not get burnt when you're starting a fucking match and shit. The small shit that your parents would have taught you that you'd have taken for granted, how to tie your shoelaces correctly. I had to learn all that shit myself because I was never treated as a child. I was treated as an adult. These people are fucking retarded and shit, man. I was a kid and they're already talking to me as if I'm fucking 40, 50 years old. Right now I'm 35, but I relate more to somebody who's like 50 or 60 years old. You know, so my mind is way more mature than yours because you only grew up with mommy and daddy. You only understand 2 women in your life. You know, your sisters and your mother. Okay? I understood women from different perspectives of 5 different personalities. 5 different women, man. 5 different women. You gotta keep that in mind. I understand women more than men. That's why I joined the military. So, in order to, you know, regain the masculinity that they tried to take away from my life, I had to join the military, man. That is the right answer for me. I got my citizenship for free. I got college for free. So, you know, it's all good with me. It's all good with me, you know. So, plus I'm athletic. So, you know what I'm saying? It's physical thing is nothing to me. It's just, you know, it's something I enjoy also. So anyway, so on with the story. The next set of witches. Once I've gotten, you know, I've been in the military. So, you know, I was doing my time, right? Doing my time. And then one of the witches, when I took a vacation in the Philippines in like 2012 or something. 10 or 12 or something like that. So I vacationed there and one of my witch aunt said, you know, hey, you know, there's a girl that, you know, blah, blah, blah. already, already, I'm not desperate for girls. I'm already seeing girls here in the States anyway. So, nothing serious and things like that. I'm not thinking about marriage during that time. So, but I was still kind of, because of my treatment, I was already like, kind of like half of my body is already like on the red pill kind of thing. I'm already thinking about going my own way and things like that in 2010. But there's still part of me with the simp kind of mentality, like listen to your elders kind of tradition in the Philippines, like oh, listen to your elders, you gotta respect them, blah 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 blah. It's bullshit, because what if I'm more mature? What if I'm more intelligent? What if I'm more full of wisdom? What if I have more wisdom than the elders? Because I experienced so much in life. See what I'm saying? So, me being a nice guy back then, one of my aunts was like, "Hey, oh, there's this girl, like blah blah. Do you wanna, get her number, talk to her, blah blah." In order not to embarrass her, so I just like, oh, okay, talk to this girl. So I talked to this girl. She happens to be a, student nurse, something. She's studying nursing or some shit like that. She was a clerk in Angeles City, Angeles City in the Philippines. Okay. So what happened was this chick, I talked to her for a while, and the phone pal kind of thing, blah blah blah, this and that. And what happened was, I found out that she went to Italy. She found out we went to Italy, and this was when I had Facebook. And what happened was, she met this realtor dude right there, who happens to be also a Filipino. And then I was surprised one time. I was like, like me and her were in a relationship in Facebook, right? So it's like a boyfriend girlfriend kind of relationship, and it's getting more and more serious. But I found a picture of her with this dude, with this fucking realtor dude, and I emailed her. So I inboxed her. I'm like, what's happening with this? Like, do you know this dude? Like, why are you hugging him? Like this and that. I mean, of course you're gonna get jealous, right? Because you're in a serious relationship with a woman and shit. So I asked her, and she didn't respond. I called her phone personally. She didn't respond. I texted her phone personally in Italy. See, I'm accruing overseas charge, but I didn't care because I cared about her. So, it was a serious relationship, man. So, she's not responding. Until I'm like, I closed Facebook like that. I'm like, fuck this shit, she's not responding. It's been a month now. I've been trying for a month. Can you imagine that? Your girlfriend was, posted a picture of her hugging a guy that you don't even know about, and she's not responding to your messages or your calls. What is a man gonna do? What is a heterosexual straight man gonna do? He's gonna leave that bitch, man. Who the fuck does that bitch think she is? So I fucking left her. And then, her sisters told my aunt about the incident, and my aunt like tried to yell at me and shit. Oh, like, how come you fucking disrespect her? How come you don't talk to her anymore? I'm like, bitch, you look at the fucking photo. Look at the fucking photo on Facebook. Look at the kind of women you dumbasses fucking, try to hook me up with. Fucking horse and shit. Fuck horse and shit, man. It's fucking piece of shit. Fucking demons and shit, man. Those are the fucking witches, So I'm like, you hook me up with a fucking whore. So fuck you and fuck these fucking whores and shit, man. I don't give a shit. I'm in the fucking military. You want to go after me? You're gonna fucking die. I don't fight people. I don't beat up people. I kill people. That's my job and shit, man. See what I'm saying? It's not that I'm threatening or shit like that, but I'm fucking angry as fuck, During that time I was angry as fuck, so I'm like, okay, I'll let that go. I'll let your fucking idiot ass, your demon ass fucking get a pass for that, So because I was still like kind of like halfway on the blue pill simp thing. So the second time, I got a hookup, okay. not from the same aunt, but it's a different. It's like one of her friends and shit. So you know, I gave her the benefit of the doubt, like one of her friends and shit. You know, so I was kind of like, yeah. So yeah, the second chick was like, you know, a pharmacist and shit like that, and it was my aunt's friend that introduced me to her. So I was like, yeah, like, you know, fucking talk to this chick, and blah 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 blah. You know, fucking. There was a Friendster.com that time period too, so I kind of hooked up with her a little bit, and you know, spoke with her. But this bitch was like, "Oh, I'm busy with college. I'm busy with college." Blah blah blah. And then fast forward, you know, until a year later, she graduated, you know, pharmacy school. And then boom, all of a sudden, she wasn't talking to me. And then her next post on Facebook was, you know, so I reactivated my Facebook to meet up this girl that they fucking try to hook me up with, you know, and basically this girl did the same shit that the fucking first bitch did to me. So, you know, I never cheated on them at all. I was always sincere. I was fucking giving them, you know, compliments. I was like, well, not really complimenting them, but just like talking to them like a human being, okay? So you know, and they knew I was in the service, okay? They knew I was in the service. I was in the army and shit, you know, so yeah, and she basically, you know, posted a picture of her with a guy, and like, you know, they're hugging and shit like that, and like they're happy and shit. So I'm like, you know, yeah, I'm gonna let this another one go. So, you know, so what happened was when my aunt's friend talked to me, and she said, you know, oh, how come you don't talk to this girl anymore? That, you know, you don't talk to my niece anymore? I'm like, look at the pictures that she's posting. She's a fucking whore. Like, why would she be with me and be with another guy? Like, what kind of a demon is this, man? I'm like, you know, I never called her a demon, but what kind of a thinking is this? You know, I told her, like, what kind of, like, is she raised like this? Like, you know, can't be a slut and be with me. You know, I'm more serious with my relationships and shit. So, you know, and fast forward, she got married to that guy, and, you know, I don't really give a shit. So the third witch, okay? Third witch, and then in my saga, okay? I met her again on Facebook, you know. I still haven't given up, see? So this is why I'm going, I went MGTOW before, okay? So this chick now, after I let the other one go, so this third one was fucking crazy ass bitch, man. Fucking, she lived in the city, and you know, she lived in Manila, and I'm like, okay. And this bitch has the fucking ego to, like, you know, oh, you can navigate because you're a soldier. You can navigate the Manila and fucking get a bus and fucking meet me up here, fucking Antipolo and shit. So I'm like sweating my balls off. I'm fucking like, I'm lost as fuck, and like trying to figure out where the fuck, you know, I'm gonna go. So I'm like, hey, like, you know, fucking, because she was like a cousin of my cousins and shit. She's not like a close cousin, but she's like way far cousin and shit, you know. So she's not really related to me, so it was alright. The fucking relationship was alright. So what happened was I met her, you know, fucking 2 weeks later, man. So this bitch has the fucking guts to tell me. She's like, oh, the reason why I fucking broke up with her, she was like, you should be okay with my ex, you know, helping me get the groceries on Saturdays, and we chill with each other in the mall, blah blah blah. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Like, you know, why can't I do, you know, why can't you let me help you do the groceries and shit? Because you and I are gonna be together, not with this dude and shit. It's like, that's the reason why you call him ex. I'm like, these bitches are fucking crazy. Fucking, they want to be with me and they want to be with somebody else. And the dude was okay with it and shit. I'm like, man, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you if I fucking see your fucking simp ass out here. I scared the shit out of his out of her ex, you know. I scared the shit out of her ex, because I told her, like, she was talking on the phone with him, and I'm like, let me see him. Let him come here and let me talk to him. she was fucking. He got scared on the phone. And she was like, she told me that, you know, oh, he's gonna come by. He's gonna come by at 7 p.m. Dude never came in. He found out I'm in the fucking military. You know, I got my Iraq photos up there on Facebook before. Fucking, I was a gunner and shit. You know, I posted a picture where I was doing a sidekick on the fucking camera and shit, like head level. I was flexible back then. I'm still kind of flexible right now, but a head kick, you know. And I had a photo where I was holding a knife, like a dagger and shit. I was in a pose. It was kind of like a knife fighting pose, you know. So maybe that intimidated him, you know. So yeah, man. So that was it, you know. That was it. Let me see. Yeah, the last one. Okay, the last witch. You know. Last witch was like around 2016 or some shit like that. This was the one that fucking, you know, really. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna fucking go back to this fucking plantation shit. I'm not gonna be a fucking simp. Fuck that shit, you know. Fuck that blue pill simp shit. So, this bitch was a girl I went to high school with. Okay. And what happened was the same thing, essentially, kind of like we got in touch with the Facebook thing, and she's like, oh, I got a crush on you, like back then, blah blah blah, this and that. I'm like, yeah, whatever, you know, that's fucking high school and shit. So, you know, so fast forward, she several months later, you know, I found out that she had a kid with a guy. And she was like, oh, the relationship's not working, blah blah blah, it's not working, blah blah blah. So, like, you know, give me a chance to be with you, blah blah blah. So I'm like, you know, I'm not in a relationship right now. Okay, let's see what's up. So, because I'm a nice guy. See what I'm saying? Is I was raised a nice guy. I was raised as a nice guy and shit. Keep in mind, this is 2016. You know, it's 2020 right now, but my my mentality is fucking over this fucking blue pill simp shit. You know, it enrages me. It pisses me the fuck off, man. Every time I fucking see people simping, dudes simping and shit. So anyway, what happened was you know, she also posted a fucking photo with this dude, you know, randomly, like out of the blue. In 2016, she posted this fucking picture of a dude and shit. And I'm like, I thought you two are not together anymore. And she's like, oh, let me explain. That was an old photo. Oh, that's an old photo. But I can clearly see it's not a fucking old photo and shit. Like what happened was it was a photo that one of her nephews uploaded and shit. So you know, they fucked up, or her nephew is probably trying to hook me up, trying to tell me that this woman is a bitch and shit. So that I shouldn't be with her. So you see what I'm saying? So after that, I'm like, we're done. You know, I closed Facebook, boom, you know. I cut it off and shit. I didn't have to hear the fucking drama shit. I'm like, we're done. Cut it off. So you see? So you tell me I shouldn't be MGTOW, man. You should tell me that, you know, I should be a fucking blue pill simp. You know, let me know what you think on the comment section. Peace out.